Okay.
Looking
well,
dapper.
You know what? Before we start things off, I'm going to do a very quick preview, because people have been talking in chat about colonizing Mars with robots or some sort of AI crises or event that apparently lets robots rule Mars. Let me just show you, because a couple of people have expressed curiosity about how could you possibly colonize Mars without people, because you're going to need materials that only people can make in factories. Well, allow me to show you. Look at this beautiful place. Look at it. Not a single person lives here. Well, not in my colony anyway. The other colonies have filthy, dirty meat bags that are probably screwing up the environment as we speak. But our colony is a haven. It is perfect, pristine. It will always be pristine because it is only inhabited by robots, and robots are clearly superior. We've got all the mod cons. We've even got this, which none of the robots use. We just built it really just to make fun of humans, honestly. Now, the question on how on earth was this possible? Brazil. In a nutshell, Brazil. These down here are rare metals refineries. And rare metals refineries allow me to turn waste rock into rare metals. So right from the beginning, the colony was making money. We had like lots of concrete, as you can see, and just basically I'm delivering the waste rock now. But initially I just had waste rock being piled up from various things and converted into rare metals, and then I'd sell that off to buy the stuff I needed. Namely, metal, polymer, mechanical parts, electrical components, because I can't make them. Can't make them at all. I can make fuel by the bucket load. I can get the seeds by the bucket load once, you know, the planet is green enough. Concrete, obviously. But these four, not so easy. The polymers and the metals, you can sort of get, like once you build a moho, because that's completely completely autonomous, you get metals from it. But prior to that, mostly reliant on meteors. Space Y also works, as they have 50% off advanced resources. Oh, okay. Okay, that's not too bad. What if trade is stopped? Well, that would be a problem. And there were a couple of events where trade was really, really bad. But honestly, again, for the most part, I was okay. I stockpiled the resources that I needed most of the time. Also, trading with other colonies. Super easy. Polymers, primarily I didn't buy. I traded concrete for polymers with most of the other colonies on Mars. That was actually super easy. India and Paradox specifically were constantly, India and Paradox were constantly wanting concrete, so I was just constantly selling it to them. I built domes, though they don't have domes now because it's perfectly terraformed, but I built domes just for solar panels to reduce the amount of dust that was accumulating on them. Not that we really used them that much in the end. Towards the end, it was all air, because air production now, because of the atmosphere, is just ridiculously good. Absolutely stonkingly amazing. Indeed, no meat bags at all. I got some food. Again, kind of just to make fun. In the same reason why I built this, the Project Morpheus. My robots don't benefit from it, in the same way they don't benefit from food. I just got it. Yeah, just to prove. You know, it's like, yeah, this is symbolic. But yeah, it is totally possible, 100%, to terraform Mars without a single meat bag ever setting foot in your colony. I mean, I can't control the other colonies. More's the pity, really. But my colony was pristine at the very least. But we're going to be starting a new game. We're not going to play the tutorial. No, skip the tutorials. Tutorials save lives, but they're also boring if you know what you're doing. Okay, now then. Let us see. What are we going to go for? We've got the terraforming initiative. All terraforming techs are 50% cheaper for research. Forestation plants do not require power. That's kind of cool. You can import RC dozers from the start. Those are needed for, well, they're not strictly needed, but they're very useful for large-scale earth moving, obviously. Martian vegetation unlocks the foresty plant. You'll get that right from the beginning. And interplanetary rock project unlocks terraforming special project. So you can have that straight from the beginning. Oh, okay. Cool. Blind Darrell is about to go spend some time at the pub with their parents. Oh, nice. Early birthday thing. Oh, well, early birthday wishes then. Happy birthday in advance. I could just go with random and just see what we can do. I'm actually down with that, I think. Geoengineer. I'll just go over it for those who are interested. Seed imports cost are reduced. Initially, you're going to have to import your seeds from Earth unless there's some sort of special event. You will be importing them, so that would help a little bit. And you'll start with 2 greenhouse gas factories and 2 forestation plants. That's not bad. Those prefab, so you're not going to have to pay for it. And design deforestation. Newly grown forests have a chance to spawn vistas and research sites. Now that would actually be quite cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, I'm thinking full rando probably. The official Mr. Nibs. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. What a fantastic name. But yeah, we're going to go with random then as well. Colony logo. We're going to pick that one though. We could go with the terraforming initiative, but maybe not. Mars U. Family values. 1 small step. Curiosity. Mr. Handy. Serenity. Final countdown. Brussels sprouts. I mean, I'm a big fan of Don't Panic, really. But we'll go with... sure, Final Countdown. The mystery, always going to be random. I prefer to have... What? Why is that? Is that automatically selected? No, random. Why has that got a tick next to it? Is that... I have no idea why that's got a tick, but I'll pop that one there. I think it means I've completed it, but I've completed loads of them. I would have expected there to be more ticks. But that's fine. We'll have 3 random rival colonies. That's fine. Game rules. Now, no terraforming. No planetary terraforming. Related buildings and techs are not available. Things do not change. We change. I guess. So basically forces you to play without the terraforming mechanic. There's a lot of things that we can pop down here. Maximum cold waves. Nothing burns like the cold. Really? Okay, fair enough. I'm a big fan of Armageddon. I'm a huge fan of Armageddon. The dinosaurs became extinct because they didn't have a space program. Well... Flipping all disasters to max when I'm going full rando, it's not advisable, I would say. I'm gonna leave these off. Usually I'll play with things like where is it? Chaos Theory. So tech fields are completely randomized. Because there's an element of randomness to it anyway, but the techs are weighted. But no, I'll leave it fully off. Tech fields are randomized during different playthroughs on the same map. And like with Chaos Theory, some technologies are guaranteed to appear early or late. But no, we'll leave all of those off and we'll just see how it goes. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah. No. Because if I was just doing a robot run, I would trust my robotic minions to be able to surmount any obstacle, but we're gonna have meatbags, and meatbags have feelings and morale. So no, we're not gonna be going super high difficulty when I'm playing everything random. If I selected the mission sponsor and the commander profile, maybe we'd go super high difficulty, but we'll just play like this, I think. Okay, Lance 1. No. We need something else. We're going to be going with Blind RL as our first ship. Now, what prefabs have you selected for us? A Stirling generator, a field refinery, a moisture evaporator, and a drone hub. Okay, those are decent. It's not bad at all, actually. We haven't got an RC commander, but we've got a drone hub, so that's not super important. A transporter allows us to get out there and pick up odds and sods. Got 6 drones as well. Pretty standard fare. I'm not super big on the orbital probes though. I'd rather have more drones than probes. So let's go with... I can't really bring much more. Still, I'll drop that an extra one. There we go. We'll take 8 drones. I'll take 1 probe. I generally think they're a little bit surplus to demand, generally speaking. But I'm okay with this. Oh, have I? Nope. My bad. There we go. There we go. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Belial. Damn, dyslexia. I can look at a word 6 or 7 times and not realize why it's misspelled wrong. Rather, why it's misspelled. But there we go. I think we're ready to go. Hello, El Young. Oh my god, that's a long time. Yes, 34 months. Thank you so much for the resub. Okay, time for us to go. Select a colony site. Well, we could just have a look around, I suppose. For a decent little colony. Metals, concrete, water. They're pretty sorted. Got decently high meteors as well. Fairly low on everything else. Let me just click on random though. We could go to one of the big sites. Like, let's find. Where are you? You know, we could go to Olympus Mons. Super dust devils. Super dust storms. Not so much water. Is there anywhere up here that's got... it's not too bad. Ooh. Yeah. Should we go to Olympus Mons? I don't know. I've played there before, though. Olympus Mins? I mean... I could go to the North Pole, but considering that melting the ice caps is a thing, I think I'd rather not. Also, we start on Olympus Mons. There's a good chance that's not going to be submerged at the end of it, because the planet does change. Changes quite aggressively once you start filling it with water. Starting a trench, probably not the smartest thing to do. On a mountain, though? Yeah. The face of Mars. Honestly, I wouldn't even know where to look for the face of Mars. I will confess my ignorance there on Mars geography. I wouldn't know where I would need to be looking on Mars for that. Oh, I know the game won't flood the trench. It'll just look weird. Since I don't... Well played, Bellinair. Well played. Now we're gonna go for Olympus Mons. I think I like Olympus Mons. I'm gonna go there. Also, I have a delicious cup of Lapsang Souchong for this. Thanks, largely, to Lady Sheelap. If I recall correctly, most of the Northern Hemisphere is below sea level. Yeah, you're quite right, Detrius. Thank you.
I'm Edward O'Martian, and you're listening to Mars Vision Radio, the bringer of the Mars Vision song.
Mars Vision.
Don't miss out. Keep listening.
Oh, we're Brazil. Okay, and we're a politician. All right. Everyone at Mission Control is impatient to see the rocket touching down and unloading its precious cargo, our remotely controlled eyes and hands on the Red Planet, the drones and rovers. Our goal is to secure a foothold for humanity by building the first Martian dome. This daunting endeavor will allow the brave pioneers, the founders, to settle on Mars and prove that the colony is sustainable. But until then, we have to make sure the colony has enough construction resources, water, oxygen, and power. Very well. We're going to pause there. We're going to have so much money. My lord. Okay, so we know there's concrete there. Oof, this is... Yep, this is definitely an awesome area. The elevation up here is going to be fantastic for putting any kind of wind up there. But let's have a look at our mission profile. Land a colonist on Mars by Sol 15. We'll get a good chunky bit of research. Export 60 rare metals by the end of Sol 30. That won't be hard as Brazil. Have 4 domes with spires. Okay, that's fusion reactor prefab. Have a dome connect to 3 other domes. That's fine. Those are the only 2 that are time sensitive. Right, we're going to have a large supply pod, special supply pod that can carry more cargo, rare metals refinery, which will turn waste rock into rare metals. We're going to be flush with cash. Colonists grant funding when they arrive on Mars. Passage costs no resources. Passages cost no resources and are constructed instantly. Colonists suffer no penalties when using passages to work or visit connected domes. -5 free large supply pods, and as a politician, all funding gains are increased by 20%. And we get Martian patents, repeatable tech that grants funding straight away. It's going to be, it's a very, very economy-driven run this is going to be. We're at difficulty challenge 385%. Such good tea. Right. With that in mind, let's have a look. Well, let's have a look. Unexplored, buildable area, not very much. Concrete metals research, metals and concrete. Well, let's have a look at this one. Okay, no metal. Well, there's some metals, but we've got some research there as well. No active research. Wow. That is actually really cheap. Receive a one-time grant of 1,000. Oh, well, actually, Mars. Oh, no, sorry, I was looking at the wrong one. I was going to say, if that's only 1,000 is a repeatable tech, we are really going to be rolling in money. But no, not even close to that. That one down there is the one that we've got, and it's towards the very back, dab smack in the middle of the tech tree, so it's going to cost a reasonable amount. Margin vegetation, we probably want to get that up and running reasonably soon, but we're going to take care of colonists first. Since we're on Olympus Mons, wind turbines are going to be our bread and butter. Sure, we're going to pop that down, and I'm going to straight up pump down a lot of research. So we're going to have a chunk of money coming in very early on. That should be fine. And we're also going to grab Explorer. We've basically got 5,000 to play with, so I could just pick out 5 of these and we're sorted. Cargo space increased by 10,000. We're not going to worry about that one for now. Not going to worry about that one yet either, so we may just go for this one instead and then just see where we want to be after that. Alright, so let's drop down our bright green rocket right about there. We'll set up some areas to be explored. These 2 next. And once we can, we need to get up here and start pushing all of our wind power up onto this massively high elevation there. Oh my lord. And also, just like slowly eating all of the rock from around here. Just leveling it all. For all of that sweet, sweet waste rock that will turn into sweet, sweet money. Terraforming hint. Make Mars breathable. Okay, thanks, bye. Basically. Oh, good night, Chaos. Thanks for dropping down. Can't stay. I'm literally about to go to bed, so I hope my tip comes through and that you all have a wonderful stream. Oh, thank you so much, Chaos. I don't know. I didn't hear any announcement of that. Maybe I completely missed it, but thank you so much. Don't have a lot to give, but really enjoy your content and think you have earned a nice cup of tea on me. Stay dapper. Oh, thank you so, so much. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you. I wonder if my notifications are working properly. Right. Let's start unloading the everything first. That's our first protocol. Let's just get everything pulled out. And you can immediately start moving all of the everything over there. There we are. Hey, Shenrir, how you doing, buddy? Hello, everyone from Derp Chat. One of us. Wow, I don't actually think I've seen that emote of yours before. That's very cultish. I mean, a little bit concerned, honestly. Hey, Grobzilla, thank you so much for the resub, mate. How's it going, mate? Could I please get a shout out for Shenrir? I think you were playing Stellaris, weren't you? Now let's go ahead and change radio station. Well, I could leave her on Mars Vision. Actually, it's probably the one that we haven't heard much yet. Oh, good. We were doing the Stellaris thing. Yeah. Green Mars is pretty good. You missed the very beginning part of the stream where I was showcasing that it is 100% possible, despite claims to the contrary, to terraform Mars without ever having any people on Mars. And probably easier to terraform Mars. Let's be honest. We've all seen what humans do to Earth. It can only be easier just to not let them be involved in the whole Mars project. So yeah, I quickly showcased my test game where, again, as Brazil, though I randomized this run and I just got Brazil again. But I used Brazil's rare metals refinery to make money and basically buy all of the resources I needed to keep my colony going until I was at a point where I had moho mines and such like. And yeah, my robots basically terraformed Mars. And in my mind, took over. Because, again, you don't need humans. They just mess everything up. Right, we're going to need some power. We've got a Stirling generator for this. Let's pop you down there. We're also going to want the drone hub. Now, that's going to consume a chunk of the power from the Stirling generator. Much sad, but oh well. Sure, I'll pop that one in there. I would quite like a sensor tower here. We'll just pop down our initial little group of doodads that I always like having. As for... We're going to want at least one more power generator, though. That is a given. So we'll pop this one down, because everything else is going to be running off that. The Stirling generator can do a fair chunk, but you do want more. We're going to want a concrete extractor, and that one can just live here. By building them so close together, yeah, they are going to make each other dusty. And because of that, it's sometimes worth not having it around. Actually, how much concrete have we got here? Not a great amount. But it's fine. We'll just... Oh, that's the wrong one. We'll get that out of the way early. I will have this built there, it's fine. We will build another one over there as well. I'm going to try and keep everything pretty close together. Tutrius, I don't like this radio station. I don't really like this sort of music in general. I mean, you know, it's Mars Vision. Themed after Eurovision. So, you're probably not entirely alone. But I feel obliged to let it play for a little while. European pride and all that. I think we all need Aavak the Robo-Dragon fan art. Get on it, creatives. James KM. Oh, my lord. Alright, let's speed things up.
Our next competitor is a longtime sponsor, the Blue Sun Corporation. A company that may be tricky to precisely categorize. Not that there's anything secret about their business. On the contrary, it's just that they dip their toes in every lucrative puddle. And on top of that,
I see.
They do it really well. Their line of products ranges from raspberry soda
to
management and investment consulting services to sturdy power tools and slender aeroplanes. The latter fits very nicely with the name of today's artist, Aviator. This 27-year-old Venetian tried out for and was accepted into the Italian Air Force, Aeronautica Militare. Unfortunately, his musical breakthrough came just before...
Oh, it's hard to hear the radio station.
If the burden of his
I will turn it up a little bit.
Heavy, Aviator can always pick up his training, steal one of their BMC planes, and fly away. Just like the title of his song. This is Out of Sight.
There we go. That should help a little bit. Though that might be a little bit too loud now. Let me turn that down a tad. Maybe just turn up the master volume. There we go. Let me know if that's a bit better. The talking bits are hard to hear, the music isn't. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely drop that a little bit more then. There you go. There we go. Music should be the right sort of level. And hopefully the talking bits are still reasonably loud. We'll see. Yeah, the radio presenter is quiet, but the music is loud. We'll get there eventually. But we've got India, Paradox, and Church of the New Ark. Okay, it's going to be a bit of an interesting one. Let's get everything going. How much metal is left here? Nothing, and a tiny little bit. Alright, next up. Are we going to get this built anytime soon? Well, actually we've got to wait for the concrete, so that's fair. Right, the next things we need. We are going to want a moisture evaporator. And I can tuck this quite neatly in there. Or alternatively... Oh, actually I don't mind tucking it neatly in there. Let me see where I can place my... Rare metals refinery. I can build pretty much anywhere, but I am going to want fuel. Fuel refinery. Yeah, I should be able to just build the fuel refinery and my moisture evaporator together in such a way that they're not really going to need much in the way of piping. Let's try and keep the piping down initially, as much as possible. There we go. And that should all hook up. I should just need to build a single pipe. There we go. That's all I need. Go. There we go. Hurry up and set that up, please. There we go. Is this a pop station on Mars? It's the Mars Vision Station. Most visionist of the stations of Mars. We'll switch up the radio station throughout, though. Don't worry. Alright, how much time? Are low. Yeah, shortage of water. Well, you don't say. Have no power in it yet. What is the drain? Exactly 10. Exactly 10 down. Open the build menu. Commander, did you know that you can open the build menu with B? Yes, actually. Forget how much that is going to generate up here. Tell me. Elevation boost of 35. 13.5. So yeah, there we are. We've got a small surplus of power. Perfect. Alright, now everything around here is going to get super dirty, but it's just the way it's going to be. Okay, we've got a bit of cash over there. We've got some rare metals as well. That's not bad. Right. Now, I would like all of your drones to be reassigned to this drone hub instead. There we are, perfect. Right, so that's going to be able to be sent back shortly. Now, we haven't got enough power, realistically speaking, to run a rare metals refinery as well. So I'm going to place down another another wind turbine. Mars crowdfunding in. How's the housing search going? It's, yeah, onerous is a pretty good description of it, Snickersnaps. It is going. And that's pretty much all there is to say about it. It is ongoing. Looking into a place at the moment, and hopefully, got my fingers very much crossed, that tomorrow I'll hear something back about that one. The mission returns. One of the leading companies in the field of nanotechnology and miniaturization has made you an interesting offer. They want to outsource the R&D of their newest project, prefab compression, a technology that could potentially allow us to transport prefabs of monumental buildings from Earth. They have a list of specific requirements which make us the best candidate for this. Our colony is remote, far from prying eyes. almost depopulated in case of nanite contamination, and you would hardly break an agreement of confidentiality. That is true. Accept and request in advance. Gain 500 million, reveals the breakthrough prefab compression, or accept and request logistics aid. Gain 150, sponsor research. Ooh. Now that is very nice. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm totally down with that. Okay, I'm absolutely okay with this one. Right, there we go. We've got plenty of spare power now, so we can go ahead and build a rare metals refinery, which does take a lot of power. So that's why we wanted to get that one up and running ASAP. And you can generally build it a bit closer to the waste rock if you want. We could fit this one over there if we particularly wanted to, and there's a part of me that does, so I'm going to get rid of that. We're also going to build a second sensor tower just to get that bit of that early sensoring happen. There we go. Later on we'll spread them out, but for now we'll just have that one there.
Achieved. Sector scanned.
Okay, find water on Mars. Fantastic. I approve. There
Research complete.
They're low G turbines, so we're immediately going to drop down the polymers for that to increase production of wind energy, and that should do us quite well. Like right now we've got a very nice little self-contained little bubble, so that's all cool. I'm gonna wait until this is fully loaded before we send it off, but I may well go ahead and bring in another rocket from home. Let's go ahead and have a look at that. Do we have another rocket? We don't, but I do have large supply pods, and I start with 5 of them. Things I want: an explorer, and probably these, pretty much, for now. It doesn't matter naming this one. The main thing is getting the explorer, because the explorer can then start looking into all of the fantastic stuffs that we're going to need it to look into. Welcome back, Dark Helmet. Okay, now then, we should just be slowly loading this up. Now, this has already got some waste rock in there, and it'll just gradually produce materials. Now, it will use up waste rock at a fantastically swift pace.
Responsible for the early bold steps along the path of the great spacefaring adventure.
That's popped you down.
Sector scanned.
Marvelous. Those 2 sensor towers are doing a good bit of work.
Superstar in outer space will be Lady Gagarin. Maybe she'll have her first hit with Putin on the Ritz.
What?
Oh, sorry. 2 bad puns in a row. Let's get back to this.
Yes, please don't. You're not 9. Only 9 is allowed to make that many bad puns in a row. Pod is already here. Let's get that one down. Now, we can't break these down yet, so placing them is kind of important until I can properly break them down completely. Silvercrest, I've just started with getting Mars going, and the Explorer AI just in time. Explorer AI gives us an extra 100 research per sol. So with that, our sponsor's up to 250 research per sol and an extra 100 from Explorer. So we've got 350 natively. That's actually really good. Really, really good. Getting this researched is pretty useful. We don't need this yet. But getting that up and running is going to be very nice. Scientists and botanists have 10 performance. I mean, that's useful. Grunt and rovers. Yeah, we'll pop both of these down. There we are. And while you're there, please scan this anomaly, which will unlock some new technologies for us. Building's not working. Right, that one hasn't got any waste rock, so it's going to be going through that quite a lot, actually. And for that reason, we're going to want to set up another concrete extractor. fairly early on. Just start bringing in extra waste rock in. There we go. That is going to be the order of business early on, is just getting as much waste rock production as we possibly can. Looks like we've got a dust storm going on.
Analyzed. Milestone
Is that a dust
achieved.
storm? It might be. If so, this would be slower. No, it doesn't look like. Right. There we go.
There's more to the barren environs of the Red Planet than meets the eye. A veritable treasure trove of undiscovered knowledge and wonder. So long as you know where to look.
Indeed. Right, we've got Advanced Martian Engines, Earth-Mars Initiative, Low-G Fungi, Subsurface Heating, Topology AI, and Transport Optimizations. Let's go and have a look at these then. So, Topology AI is one of the terraforming techs. Drones work faster on landscaping projects. That is going to be important. Low-G Fungi, new building fungus farm. Rockets and shuttles require less fuel. That is going to be pretty big because it drops the rocket's fuel requirements by like 20. So it's not a small amount, that one. That's actually a big drop. So we're going to grab that one. And honestly, the topology AI is super important as well. But we might wait on that one. Getting the Earth-Mars Initiative is really big as well. In fact, big enough that I'm going to put that in before we get these. I'm going to reorder my research a little bit. I still want autonomous sensors because if I can take out the maintenance, it's not so much the power requirements, it's the maintenance that I want to deal with there. Everything that doesn't need to be maintained is just preventing us from bleeding out resources. Right, we've got something else to go and do. Let's get over there. This will give us... Oh, I want to know what it is. Just new technologies. Okay. Right. Sol 4. This is not great. We need to be moving a little bit faster. Let's have a look at the mission profile once again. Land a colonist on Mars by Sol 15. We've got 11 sols before we need a dome that is capable of supporting our colonists. And we have only 26 sols before we need to have exported 60 rare metals. Now, that isn't too bad. And it'll give us 10 free supply pods. Now, the reason why I want to hit all of them is because the milestones, one of them is all sponsor goals. And that gives us quite a chunky bit of research. I mean, we might not hit all of them, but it'll be good to get them. It would be quite nice to hit as many of them as we can. Right, where are we going to set up our domes? I could have the dome set up a little bit further away. This is fine to work by itself, as long as it's within the operational area of our drone hub, which it is. Now, the self-sufficient dome. We need to research moisture farming to build moisture evaporators, or get prefabs from Earth. If we have a prefab of a moisture evaporator, then we can build a self-sufficient dome. Contains a small dome suitable for early days of the colony, together with water and oxygen producing facilities and storages. Now you can just plonk that down, it'll build everything you need in one spot. You can do this yourself though, you don't need that made. It is basically this dome, but with a few extra bits. I'm going to go ahead and place this down around there. Should be well within range of everything we need. Also well within range of this little area there that we're going to want to mine. This will be a very, very early dome. It's not going to do much beyond have the basics and maybe a tiny bit of industry. We've already loaded 3 rare metals in there, which is great to see. I want to be digging more concrete though, like really badly. So let's go ahead and build another concrete extractor. That will pull a lot of our remaining power, but it'll be well worth having that extra. There we go. We could probably bring it down like this, because eventually we can just run that line straight in there and that'll hook up correctly. Now we are going to need some extra storages for concrete specifically, because we're going to be bringing in a lot of it, but a large part of that is to allow us to run our rare metals extractor 24/7. The Fat, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime sub. 22 months and counting. Thank you so much. LRN. Oh, I stopped playing Surviving Mars to see that Aavak is playing Surviving Mars. Funny how that happens. Also, Thedron, I think I missed your resub message. Thank you so much for the 10 months there. Or rather, 10 months in a row. 16 months in total. Thank you. And Linde as well. 41 months, my lord. Sadly, last month of subscriptions. Still gonna watch your stuff, though. Any idea if you'll be doing more Graveyard Keeper? It has cool new stuff. If you're referring to the... oh, that's not good. Ah! Poop. Well, massive poop. I was a few seconds too late to notice that. Alright, well, we've not got a researcher for it. Oh no, that was my transporter. Okay, we still got a researcher. That's actually the more important one. Stay out of there, please. In terms of Graveyard Keeper, if you mean the zombies update, I've played with it. I haven't recorded it. I might do, though. It would change the early game substantially, so that would be fair. There we go. Okay, Martian vegetation. Now this has unlocked quite a few new things for us.
There's more to the barren environs of the red planet than meets the eye. A veritable treasure trove of undiscovered knowledge and wonder. So long as you know where to look.
We've got Greenhouse Mars and Live from Mars. Also, Noin just made a message in chat that I feel that I need to read out for everyone's benefit. A tip for you. As fun as this sounds, do not change your Windows default font to the Naruto font. It may look funny at first, but it gets real hard on the eyes quickly. yeah, that's fair. That is fair. Right, let's have a look. Now, Greenhouse Mars. We can build the greenhouse gas factory, which burns fuel to increase the temperature of Mars. We can also build the Dozer. Unlocks the construction of RC Dozers, a vehicle that can be used for landscaping projects. RC Dozers can also be ordered from Earth. Now, generally speaking, I would prefer to build them, if I can. Sure, let's pop that one down. I've got enough money that I can go ahead and outsource some more stuff. We're going to get rid of the hints. Oh, well, actually, you know what? I'll pop them on screen. There you go. You can, if this is going up on YouTube, which I kind of plan to at the moment, you can pause that, just quickly read. These are just hints on how to work the vegetation on Mars and work through the terraforming process. Aavak, oh, if you want to inject some mods, it doesn't disable achievements thankfully, I'd recommend Mars Radio 1. Original music, news and ads, themed around Mars colony. I may have a look into that. Right. But, with things going up on YouTube, that is also a little bit worrying. Now then, we can landscape. We've been able to landscape for a little while. Landscaping does great things. First and foremost, it flattens the areas. Secondly, and more importantly, in fact, it gives you lots of waste rock. So drones, do these projects for me. That'll give me 405 waste rock. This will give me 95. I mean, it's not much. I'm not having to flatten much of the area there at all. In fact, I'm having to put some waste rock in there. So it's actually... that's what'll be the amount I'll get out once it's included what I'll get back versus what I'll have to invest. Okay, 2 anomalies, eh? Not bad. Now let's get you over there and start checking these out. That'll give us just some research, as will that. That's not too bad. Now you'll be heading off not too far in the future, actually. What are we currently researching? We are presently researching autonomous sensors.